Hey, Dex here with another achievement guide on Tracks, the train set game. So Tracks is a new game that's just come to Xbox Game Pass, which allows you to play this game for free. The achievements on this game are all quite easy, but we're doing a guide specifically for good service on all lines. And when I say I do a guide for it, I say I'm going to show you a nice and easy glitch that makes this achievement so much easier. It takes it from maybe a 2-hour achievement to a 15-minute achievement at most. So what you want to do is you want to load up your apartment first of all, and where the passengers are, you want to place a platform down. Now the glitch, I'll put quotations glitch, if you hold down select on your controller, the two little boxes, you can choose to select a start part for your train, which is the second one in that little house. Now point your flag towards the platform and then click reset. The train will now load in that area and collect your passengers, and you can rinse and repeat at the station. What that'll do is that will complete task number 1. Now there's approximately 10 in total. I've made a tiny little bit of a mistake there. You don't actually need to go into the train. You literally can just click restart and that will bring your train to the station. It makes this achievement 1,000 times easier and makes it that you're actually just going to play hide and seek with the passengers rather than having to build these complicated tracks, which, like I say, can take a little while, and some of them are time specific as well, so this makes the time specific ones a whole lot less stressful. So like I say, another main part of this achievement itself is actually playing hide and seek with the passengers, because the game doesn't like to highlight where the passengers are, so you've just got to find them. So obviously it tells you where the first particular ones are, which is the ones we did before. The second ones are on the table behind there. Then we're going to rinse and repeat again, pick up your passengers by resetting the start and then putting your flag at the station. So we're going to have to do this about approximately 10 times, like I said before, in this area. Then we're going to have to move to the bedroom and do the same again. The bedroom is actually a lot easier than this room because your passengers decide they don't need to hide as much. So these are the time specific ones I mentioned before, the business people, but they're going to be located on the table next to the station. If you just put a platform in place and do exactly the same again, it's going to work for literally every single mission. The only mission you've got to do something slightly different in is with these, I think the skydivers or climbers. Climbers is what they call themselves. The climber requires you to do 5 jumps, which I'll point out when we're actually doing it. Also remember to press the correct buttons, because if you press start you go into the train and you're able to drive the train, but obviously we don't need to do that. So the game itself is called Tracks, but we're not going to use any tracks to get this achievement. And honestly, like I say, if you're going for the 1000G on this game, it takes it from a 2-hour completion into I'd say maybe 15 minutes at most, especially if you know where the passengers are. These passengers were actually the hardest ones for me to find, which I think we're on to our 4th set of passengers, the ones located underneath the TV. But again, without an issue, just put your track down, your platform down, put that reset point in, reset them, put them in, bring them to the station. Bob's your uncle. And the only differences you're going to have on each guys are if you've got business people, you have a slightly different station to go to. So this one, for instance, you've got some normal passengers and you've got some business passengers. But usually 2 minutes would be like, whoa, we've got to rush this, got to get it done as fast as possible. But no, using our magic little glitch, we can bring our train to the platform. And without rushing to get our business people to the right location, we can just wait. In fact, let's even do the normal passengers first, because we're that relaxed about time. Still got a 1.5 minutes, so we can drop them passengers off there, and then we can go back round to the business platform and drop them off at this station as well, with about over 1 minute and 10 seconds to spare as well. Nice and easy. There was one slight problem I had with this, which was the firemen. Actually, I'll talk about the climbers first, which are the ones we've got at the moment. The climbers are located on top of the cupboard, which is next to the table you can see there. They require 5 jumps. The easy thing we're going to do about this is when we start our platform, we're going to face the train going off the edge. You're going to press select to get into your train. You're going to drive off the edge. That's going to count as 1 jump. You're then going to reset. You're going to drive off the edge again. It's going to be 2 jumps. I think you can see where I'm going with this one now for how to do all 5 jumps. You're literally just going to keep driving off 5 times until you've completed all 5 jumps. And that's all you need to do. You don't need to create any jumps at all. Like I say, watch. Our train's going to drive off the top of this cupboard, and that's going to give us a little 1. Then we can restart back to the same point. You may need to move off the restart and back onto the button to get it to work, like I had to do there. The same with if you're trying to place reset points as well. You may need to come off the button and come back on it if you want to put new reset points out and about. But you might have to do that. That's not a necessity. You'll drop them off, and there we go. I think we've only got 2 more guys to go. These ones are located on the 3 little tables. We'll call them coffee tables. Again, even though they're farmers and doctors, they've got nothing that's actually anything different to it. I think it's just showing off the little props that they've got. Wow, actually getting more and more efficient now. We're putting down that train. The thing that's slowing us down most is actually just the passengers getting onto the train itself. If they were a bit quicker, we could probably do this achievement a little bit quicker. We're going to pop them down, and there we go. I believe it's the firemen next, which were the easiest to find, but they weren't the easiest to find for me. The reason the firemen weren't the easiest people to find is because they decided not to spawn the first time. Literally, I knew where they were in front of this door, but for some reason they didn't spawn on my particular game. I've cut that bit of footage out, but if that happens to you, all you need to do is quit out, or you don't even quit out, you just go back into your menu selection and reload. It'll reload in the same mission. It'll say it'll remove all tracks, but don't worry, we're not using tracks, so it's nothing to worry about. Put your platform down and reset. Once you've done your fireman, that will be our first room complete, and we can move on to the bedroom. And like I said, the bedroom is so much easier than this one. You might even be able to do it without my help, to be honest, because them ones are easy. Characters are easy to find because the bedroom's so small compared to this room. There's a lot less places to hide. They're either on one bunk bed or the other bunk bed, or a shelf, or underneath the bed itself. But I'm going to talk through them anyway to show you where they are. We'll just quickly move on to the bedroom. The thing with this achievement is I would do it as soon as possible because I don't know if they're going to put some more story mode into the game. And if they do, this achievement might actually get harder. They may also patch this particular thing out. I can't see them patching it out because the only thing they could do is stop the passengers getting onto the train if it's not on a track, maybe. But we might get lucky with this achievement, and this method might still be available to you when it's coming to, and even if we're a year down the line after posting. Give us a comment if it is a year after I've done this and it's still working. Hopefully it is. Anyway, our first guys, like I say, available on the bottom bunk bed here. I don't think there's any time specific ones at all with these guys, and like I say, they're not very hidden at all, so you don't have a lot to worry about, but you can just carry on doing our method. You can have a go at using the normal tracks as well if you wanted, but it does take quite a bit longer trying to set up the tracks. Side note, there is also an achievement if you set up tracks to go round that pancake just in a circle. You'll get 100G for that, and that's pretty simple to do in itself. But there is a separate video of me going through all of the other achievements that are available for you. You'll be able to see that in my channel if you want to follow that one to get the rest of your achievements. Anyway, carrying on with the missions, our next guys are available on the middle shelf. And again, we're just going to use our method. dropping a platform for them to get onto, spawning the train in that area, and dropping them off. I think I got a bit adventurous here and checked out how long it would take for the guys to load onto the train, just because I wanted to get these out of the way as fast as possible. So these scuba divers are the most hidden ones, but they're quite obvious where they are. When I eventually found them anyway, they are located under the bed. Not over the bed, Stephen. They're under the bed. There we go. Same platform. Same thing. Let's not get into the train though. So just pop the platform down next to that bed. And they'll get onto it. And there's enough room. Even if you want to put that platform under the bed, that's up to you. The train can fit under the bed, thankfully. So, obviously, because our toy train is tiny, they'll pick those guys up. We've only got a few more to go after this before our achievement pops. You've probably been able to see by seeing how long's left on the video. You've only got a good 3 minutes left to hear my annoying voice before I disappear and you get your 200G. That's right, 200G for doing this monotonous task. But it's only 15 minutes out of your time. If you weren't doing it this method, then it would take 2 hours, like I say. These guys actually just went straight to the same platform as the last time, so that saved us even having to put an extra platform in. I was going to say, I'm not quite sure how they could have improved this game. I mean, the achievements are very easy. I think this one could have justifiably not put any achievements in. You've noticed our station's now changed locations as well. It's now located on the top of the bed. And you also can't put a reset point in the same place as before. But don't worry, that's if you put it in that location a couple of centimetres to the right of the station, that still allows the track to get close enough to the station to drop our passengers off. So this one's a bit of a weird one because our climbers are located across 3 shelves. But that's fine, we can just put 3 platforms out for them on all the different shelves. And randomly one paramedic as well. I guess they just want to make sure that them climbers are safe. I'm not sure what happened if one of the climbers ended up falling on the shelf that the paramedic isn't on. But that's by the by. We're going to go collect them all to take them home anyway. So just wait for the passengers to get on. Then reset onto the next one. Etc. etc. with all 3. And then we can plonk them back at our main station. I do believe this is the last one as well, so we should see our achievement popping at the end of this one. Let me just double check that once we plonk them down. That's all 15 of them getting out. Nope, nope. Got another one to go. This one, this one's definitely the last one. I'm pretty sure of it anyway. And to be fair, it's quite an easy one. I suppose it would be difficult if you're doing it properly because you'd have to try and go through the entrance to the bed, maybe. But it still wouldn't be too difficult. I think that one, the climbers one, would have been a good way to end it off. But it's fine. We can go collect our passengers from the bed anyway. Our little skiers. And that should do it to collect our achievement. Should see it popping any second now. There you go, your little note just to let you know it was done. You can do some more, but you also collect your 200G achievement at the bottom there. So I hope this helped out for you. If it did, please leave a like, comment and subscribe if you're new. It'd be brilliant if you could subscribe. I always love getting new subscribers at the channel, working towards that 2,500 target. But anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!